Thank you, Annette. Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Torrey, and I'm a partner here at Oasis. Today, I will provide for you a high-level presentation of NetSuite, a cloud-based ERP. During the next 20 minutes or so, I'll show you how modern technology can help you run your business, allow you to gain insights to meaningful data and KPIs, review workflows and reminders, and I'll show you the mobile app. As a feature-rich business application, NetSuite manages to provide visibility to complete transactional processing. NetSuite is an end-to-end product that is complete with customer relationship management, Salesforce automation, vendor and procurement management, inventory control, project accounting, manufacturing, and e-commerce. I'm currently logged in as the CFO of my company. This morning, I want to reach out to one of my top customers and inquire about a past due invoice. I can quickly access the customer record using the global search. Think of the global search as Google for your NetSuite data. I simply type in a few letters of the company name, and a list is provided showing customers, vendors, contacts, transactions that may include the letters that I had typed in. Then click on the dash. It'll take me to the customer I want to view information for. From here, from the customer dashboard, I see pertinent information about the customer, some KPIs, reports specific to the customer, graphs, and transactions. In this scenario, I want to email my customer regarding a specific invoice being past due. I can search through all of these transactions through this list, but instead, since I have the invoice number, I'm going to type it in here in my global search. There's my invoice. That's an awesome feature of the global search, being able to quickly access transactions such as invoices and vendor bills. From the invoice, I can see that it's just a few days past due. Scroll down a little bit, go to my activities, and just using the standard functionality of NetSuite for the CRM, I will be able to send an email directly from here. Clicking on the email button. The recipient defaults to the email address on file. I can't add additional recipients, either contacts or typing in their email address if necessary. Going over to the message, I will ask, please send me, if I could type, your payment. Okay. And then if we have any attachments that we want to add to this, and then we can send this. NetSuite will capture all emails communication from here. If the customer replies back and says, I'll pay you on Friday, maybe, then that email will be sent to your Outlook inbox and will be captured here in NetSuite as well. You can refresh here. Let's view this. You should be able to see this email that I had just sent from my iPhone. When I go back to my dashboard, my home screen, I will see a variety of things, reminders, key performance indicators, there's some report snapshots, graphs, list. Each time I log into NetSuite, I want to see what's important to me though. So the top left, my reminder section, I see a list of action items for myself. Maybe other people in my organization will have as well. An action item for my queue is a task that's due today. As I click on this link, I'm immediately taken to the specific task. This task is for me to follow up with Larry on a future contract that we may have. I can come into the transaction. I can see exactly which customer it is from the related records, the contact, and their telephone number. We'll go ahead and mark this as completed. In addition to this, I can attach files or any other notes from my conversation with Larry. Once I'm complete, click on the Save. Go back to my home. As I return back to my dashboard, I notice that I have several sales orders requiring my approval. A standard feature in NetSuite allows a simple process flow for approvals or transactions by the employee's supervisor. In addition to this, a suite flow can be defined to further elaborate the approval criteria. In my role as the CFO, my business process may require that all sales orders over a certain amount must be approved by me prior to shipping inventory to the customer. As I click on that link, I am directed to the listing of all sales orders requiring my approval. From here, I can approve all at once or each one individually. As you can see, these reminders are important action items that help run my business. As transactions are entered, these reminders are updated automatically in real time, whether it's bills that are due, expense reports to approve. These reminders keep me on task. Now let's take a closer look at some of the portlets on my dashboard. The dashboard can be personalized to help employees visualize the health of the business. With built-in business intelligence, I can set up KPIs for sales, receivables balance, inventory value, with comparison to prior year or periods. The dashboard is dynamic and interactive. Many links to underlying reports are available, and you get a trend pop-up graph, in this case looking at profit, and being able to see this on a yearly basis or maybe quarterly, or we can quickly look at it by period. It's just depending on what you would like to see on this trend pop-up graph. In addition to this, go back to another one here for the sales. As you move your mouse, you will see the actual values of that data point for these transactions that have occurred. As I scroll down, you can see that there's another portlet here showing a listing of my open AR balances by customer. This interactive portlet allows me to edit data elements such as an email address or phone, create new contacts, or add a new sales order directly from here. In a legacy system, this may take several clicks to navigate just to get to the data entry screen. Let's go down just a little bit more. You can see that we have a shortcut here, the listing of my recent records I have accessed, whether it's a customer, an invoice, a transaction. The last several records are listed here. Also, these recent records are located on the menu and provide quick access as well. Imagine in the middle of looking at a vendor or an invoice in vendor maintenance and accidentally closing the window. To get back to that vendor, you have to open your vendor maintenance again, enter the vendor code, look up the vendor, and then after a couple more clicks, you may get back right to where you were. In NetSuite, that is something you can quickly access with one click. Ease of use and access to reporting is key to all users. Let's now take a look at some reporting functionality within NetSuite. From the Reports menu, see that we have a lot of standard reports within the application. I'm going to take a quick peek at an income statement. Initially, we see a simplified report showing totals across the entire organization. Most companies want to see or view their reports by location. In a legacy system, you may have to create custom reports to access by location or a saved setting to be able to see that report by location. Here, I can quickly change my column to view by location and refresh my report. In addition, we can see a trend report showing data across the date range selected by accounting period. And refresh. Additional functionality here, so we can filter the data. Maybe we want to look at this by specific locations or all, choose an individual locations for further data analytics. We also have other classifications and departments as well. Let's take this one step further. If I want to see what makes up the detail for February 2019, I can actually drill down on that value. This takes me to a detailed report that lists the invoices and transactions that make up our total for the period. Furthermore, I can drill into the actual transaction to see what the customer purchased from us. Transaction was processed earlier in the month. I can actually come down to see what was actually purchased. And we can make another note, send an email to that customer and thanking them for their recent purchase. All reports, whether financial or customer related, give us the ability to drill down to the detail and into the actual transaction quickly. You can export reports to Excel or to a PDF. You can actually email the report or schedule the report to arrive in your inbox on a periodic basis, whether this is done weekly, daily, monthly, or an annual basis. Now, let's get to the fun part.
Being cloud-based provides easy access to the application. Whether through any browser, anywhere, anytime, NetSuite provides a mobile app that gives your users and sales team insight to customer orders and transactions. As you can see right now, this is the dashboard from a salesperson's perspective. Now I'm showing you in a real time the mobile app, and you can see that the elements of the user's dashboard are also on the app as well. The top section here shows our reminders, which we were looking at just a few minutes ago from a sales perspective, with quotes and orders and opportunities to work with. You can click on the link for the opportunities, see a listing of opportunities, click on one, and then we see that we have this opportunity here for Jennings Financial. You can see all of the detail, what items are on the actual order, any of my contacts. Looking at the summary of my order, some notes that might be on here. Go back here, more items, and I can actually go in and actually edit this and change the status to maybe it's in negotiation, or turn this into an actual quote. I'm doing this again directly from the mobile app. We also show a listing of some of the KPIs, some really good numbers there. Let's go to the view of the list here. Here's all the KPIs that I have. From here, you look at my quotes, see a pop-up trend graph. Each one of these, the KPIs doing some comparison from whether this year versus last year, or however the user has set this up. Additionally, we see some report snapshots. Since I have a couple of report snapshots on my dashboard, you can see I've got total open quotes and customers by sales. And this will show me another picture here. I wanted to see that in a pie chart. I can quickly change that. I'm going to go back to look at my total open quotes. Just being able to kind of quickly see this. Additionally, you can see our open invoices. So I've got this particular saved search showing all of my customers and their open invoices. As I scroll down through the list, it's going to continue going through this list and adding additional customers. Again, real-time data. Customers were to make any payments, this would automatically update as well. I'm going back to my home. We've got the KPI meter. There's some arrows here showing you that can show us that we've got total sales orders and then any new business that we may have. Our KPI scorecard showing customer information. Here, as I change my screen, it comes up. Kind of scroll through this list looking at all the columns on my phone. And go back to the normal way here. Let's go back. Some other things that we can do, we can look at your actual calendar, see a list of activities that you may have. A couple days, I need to call John. If I need to add any additional task, click on the plus, say, okay, let's do another task, and just fill out the information. If this is something that I need to assign to another user or another employee, then I can change their name here. This will add this as a task for that particular employee. You can see a listing of my sales orders that I have outstanding, and I can create a new sales order. To leave in today's date, go ahead and select my customer. Oops. Sorry. And then the next thing I want to do is select the items. Click on the plus. Go to my items. Find a particular item that I want to sell. I can do searches and everything as well. We see that we have 240 available. I want to sell them 10. Then we want to save this. Okay. So now my shipping department will be getting the notification to fulfill this particular order, to go out, pick, pack, and ship this from the warehouse and send it on the way to the customer. If I want to look at my customer information, I can search for my customer or go ahead and go into my customer, and from here I'll be able to view their information. Maybe I want to look at some of their transactions. Let's go to view all. You see some of the detail of a particular invoice. Tap on that. And then if I want to see even further information, it will let me kind of drill into and actually see the invoice information from here. Okay, so let's switch gears here and go to the last part of this presentation. So the last part of this presentation, I'll briefly go through the knowledge base, which is called SuiteAnswers. First of all, NetSuite provides a lot of training videos from new features in the upcoming release to getting started to how to publish dashboards. So you can see here's a lot of different topics and a lot of information that you're able to see, a lot of different videos and information and how-to videos for when you need some additional support. In SuiteAnswers, you can type keywords and search for step-by-step instructions. When you do click on a particular help topic, and you will see these step-by-step instructions. And then at the bottom, typically we'll have some related topics as it relates to this one, as far as entering credits and creating a vendor credit directly from a vendor return. SuiteAnswers is a valuable resource to all users. This is something that even we use this on a regular basis. This does conclude my demonstration. Thank you, and I do hope that you found this presentation worthwhile.